tonight. We're gonna have our TV party tonight.
All right.
We're gonna have our TV party, all right.
All right.
We got nothing better to do than watch TV and have a couple of brews. Everybody's gonna hang out here tonight.
Yeah! Everybody is hanging out here tonight, and we're having a TV draft party, watching the NBA draft while doing a NFL draft on FanTrax.
Woo! Welcome to Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. My name is Tom.
Party on, Tom.
And I'm a fantasy sports addict.
And my name is Ryan.
Party on, Ryan.
Woo! Excellent. And I, too, am a fantasy sports addict.
Hot damn! All right. So, like we said, NBA draft party all night, tonight. We're very excited. And real quick, I think you have news. Is there... Oh, guys, we've got news. Terrible news.
Well, basically, this podcast is brought to you by FanTrax.
No, I think you got that. You got the brought to you portion incorrect. Well, anyways.
Sponsored by. What do you mean? I don't
know. Let's call it presented by. How about that? Presented by
FanTrax. Woo!
That's right.
Speaking of FanTrax, we're going to be doing a NFL draft tonight on FanTrax, and we still have a few open slots. So it is actually publicly listed. So if you just go to join a league, and it's FSAA official, real easy to get into.
It is. And if you're handicapped and you can't find your way around FanTrax, or you're too lazy, you just want an invite from the email, just go to our website, fantasysportsaddicts.com. We'll help you out. Somebody on there will get you signed up. We'll send you an email, whatever it is. We'll get it figured out.
Yeah, if you want in, there's still a few spots. We can get you in. And, if you're listening to this after the fact and you didn't get in, don't be afraid. This is just the first football league we're doing.
There's
we're going to be
more.
doing a dynasty football league, and we do a few football leagues for sure. And the more and more demand there is, the more leagues we'll do. Fuck it. Woo! We're at it. Woo.
So in addition to being presented by FanTrax, this week's podcast is also brought to you by, there you go, that's the right one, Ryan. Brought to you by
J
Money Smooth. Yeah.
Thank you, J Money.
Thank you. Whenever you hit that donate button on YouTube, buy us a beer, you get to be podcast mentioned. And the other way you can do that is if you go to iTunes. Yeah, when you check out our podcast on iTunes, go ahead and leave us a review, a thumbs up or stars or whatever the hell they have on there. And hey,
we'll give you a shout out.
And then we're going to say, yay!
Because we don't have nearly enough iTunes reviews. I mean, again, maybe it's just one of those things. If people can't say anything nice, they don't say anything at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't fault them for that necessarily. At least we have positive reviews. Somebody after yesterday. Okay, so let's back up. Speaking of news.
Boop, 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 boop. Backing up.
This is a take two podcast. This is we tried to do this yesterday, which was Wednesday.
Well, we did do it yesterday, kind of.
Well, it's a party, but we got a little too baracho. There was too much partied at the party. So
yeah, I did end up pretty baracho and handicap.
Yeah.
I just had a bad night at work and got a little drunk, and then there was technical difficulties as well. Honestly, those that are watching this again that were here yesterday,
thank you.
I actually had a lot of fun yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
It was a fucking party. And honestly, I partied a little too much. Had fun.
It always happens.
But as far as maintaining some sort of level of professionalism or shit out there. Like, we just had to like scrap that last podcast. Like, we made it private. But I mean, there was a lot of like funny and good in it. Like, I actually went back and listened to it, which I don't always go back and listen to our podcast, but there was definitely times where I was laughing pretty goddamn good.
Hey, so if you were a part of that yesterday, you got a special show. That was like private viewing.
And, Bronson and JD and James, they all joined in when my internet crapped out.
You guys
and,
all
like,
came to my rescue?
That was like the best part of the podcast. Like, that was actually the only part where we talked about fantasy at all.
Right. No, that was great that everybody came to my rescue there when you're all of a sudden my ass is hanging in the wind and I'm like, okay, what were we talking about? And I'm trying to get you back into the podcast at the same time.
And I thought it was you that was out, and like I was carrying on for like 20 minutes by myself like a goddamn dumbass.
You're just sitting there like shouting and carrying on, just all belligerent.
Now, see, I wish there was like some sort of like recording of like the 20 minutes of like me talking to myself.
That would have been hilarious.
I'm sure it's just the judicial system.
Don't say the word judicial again. Yeah, all right. So podcast version 1 was fucked. This is version 2. And we're actually going to talk about basketball. We're actually going to talk about, important things. We had an agenda, but we're sticking to it today.
Yeah. So
now, this news about sponsorship, are we getting paid for this? Like, are we finally going to earn some money on this YouTube channel?
No, unfortunately. FanTrax is giving us some, premium leagues. So for like our Dynasty League, we'll have them make sure it's set up as a premium league, and the draft pick trading. Like, there's a lot of more options when you're in the premium leagues. Yeah, no, this was
we did a test draft on FanTrax just recently, a baseball test draft, and that was fun. That was one of our best live streams in a while, I think. I had a lot of fun with everybody during that, and we enjoyed the draft thoroughly.
Absolutely, we did.
It was baseball, so we had a bunch of baseball addicts. We gathered up everybody from our website, filled up a league. FantasySportsAddicts.com is that website. And, it was great. We had a full draft, and a lot of people trying something new, and we liked it a lot. We really enjoyed the draft application itself. The draft was very smooth and clean. There's awesome sound effects. There's very awesome commissioner options. I was gonna say the like being able to like back the draft, like whoa, I didn't mean to pick that guy, or that wasn't the guy I drafted. Like, what the hell? Timed out on me. You pause the draft and you go backwards and like undo the pick for the guy, and then you can pick again. That is cool. Like,
we had fun with that. Again, I was a little mad where I got fucked up the goddamn window because you had retroactive stats in effect, and like I took D. Gordon and Sano and Correa and Stanton.
So guys have all had bad first halves and such.
Bad first halves or no first halves.
Right.
So like my goddamn team, like I had like 26 wins on the year, and last place like just fucked out the window. And of course, Tris, who's an addict, and he joined the league. He was like, no, I set my pre-rankings based on retroactive stats. Like, you can't just go and change that after the fact. And I agreed with them. Like, we set up the league. We weren't checking the settings or paying enough goddamn attention.
Well, I will say this. We're still adjusting to FanTrax. We got sick of ESPN and Yahoo. And, FanTrax really presents us some opportunities and some options for running dynasty leagues that we don't have anywhere else. And so that's what intrigued us mostly. The one thing about all those options and all those just things you can do with your league, it's a bit overwhelming when you go to set up your league at first, like you're not used to it.
I mean, gotta, especially not being used to it, like take some time, learn. Like once we get better familiarized with it, we'll do a
A tutorial
a
video.
tutorial like, hey, we're setting up a league. This is how to do it. Just kind of go through and actually set up a league.
And also
and
show you how to change your
and
team name.
share it and just kind of show you. Yeah. Because, again, there's a lot of options and, like, there's a lot of pros and cons. There's still some stuff I don't necessarily like about FanTrax, or maybe I'm just not used to.
I think that's more what it is. It's just we're all scared of change. We're all afraid of change. Natural human reaction.
Let's be honest. I've been at fucking Yahoo as my home fucking league since
Forever.
fucking like 2000, maybe 99. I don't even remember.
Okay, I think it's 2002 for me, but yeah, like it's just different, and there's so much there, and I think as it grows as a platform, that's the thing is we're like sort of on that ground floor. It's just now starting to get like, okay, this is good, and as we're there with them, they have very good customer service. They're very like you can call them, they'll email you.
I don't know if you've ever tried to do any customer service shit with Yahoo, but it's
or ESPN. There is none. There's none.
No, like you get some automated response and like just nothing.
But if something weird goes down, like I'm guessing even like public league or just regular league shenanigans, like you could probably just like, hey, FanTrax, what's going on? And they're like, oh, what's going on here? They'll get involved, like
I hope so.
You know what I mean? They're not just like there to like shut people's teams down or whatever, but they're, like they can resolve things. They can help you find things.
Yeah, and I'm pretty damn sure I'm not going to get locked from a league because I accepted a trade that the league didn't like.
Right. I agree. I think
which happened in Yahoo where like literally the only thing I did was accept a trade that was offered to me. And then flame wars started, and I didn't even like say anything on the message boards. Like, this isn't like, oh, I didn't say anything, air quotes. Like, no, I was very just, hey, all I did was accept a trade. And I still ended up getting locked.
Well, that happens on Yahoo, but not at FanTrax. And so
I hope not.
If you've even contemplated switching, we strongly recommend that you check out FanTrax.
If you do switch, when you register, there's somewhere where you can put in a promo code, or I think it's a promo code. Just use the promo code Addicts and let them know that, like, hey, you came there because we're doing a league, or we suggested it.
We are addicts.
If you're listening to this and you already have a FanTrax site, just send them an email, call that fucking customer service number and be like, hey, I'm here because of FSAA.
Yeah, we're not getting paid for that, but it helps them track metrics and, like, they know where their traffic's coming from. That's very useful to them, I think, more than anything. And I guess it's good for us, too, because that way, like, if we're bringing, a lot of addicts to them, which, that's probably our hope because that's where all of our leagues are going to be from now on. Like it's just good for everybody. Again, we're not getting paid, but hey, we're addicts. We're not looking to get paid. We're on the side of the street huffing paint. Like, okay.
Absolutely. Woo!
Woohoo! It's pretty lively listening and viewership we got today. We got like 7 people checking us out all of a sudden.
Nice. Yeah, we got some chat going on.
Yeah, we got chat in the YouTube page.
Just people saying hi. Again, as we go on. Feel free to ask us questions or just comment, and we'll do what we can to answer. But again, we are having our official FanTrax NFL draft tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, I think.
7 Eastern.
And so that's when the actual NBA draft is drafting. Okay. So we're going to live stream the draft while watching the NBA draft, and we'll be talking about football and the NBA, and I'm sure we'll talk about MLB because we're seam heads.
Yeah, like Ryan and I are going head to head in, our Dynasty League this week. There's going to be smack talked because this matchup is very close, and I'm not comfortable with that. I don't like that, Ryan.
No, I'll see you in hell, Tom.
This is my league, goddammit. I have to defend it.
Well, you just beat me in my league, and
I got
to pie myself.
That's right. Oh, wait a minute.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Double or nothing?
Double or nothing?
Or just like 2 separate pie bets? Is it double or nothing or what?
So if I lose, what is that? 3 pies?
I think, well, I don't know. Is it 3 pies or 2 pies? I don't know how gambling works. I need Melinda to teach me how to gamble. I don't know.
So because it'd either be, let's say, because we want somebody to get pied.
Right. Somebody, well, the dog could be the stand-in.
Well, but okay, so
Huggy pie.
if you beat me, since I'm already -1 pie, which we still gotta get together and make that video.
Oh, we're gonna do that.
And so if I lose again, is that just 2 pies? But if I win, you get a pie?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 2 pies either way being issued. You either get double pied or each of us gets a pie. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So either way, 2 pies will be issued.
Or do I get 3 pies and you get 1?
Why would I get 1? If I win, why would you get...
No. If you win, I get 3. So this is a 2 pie bet to get me back down to 0 and then you to -1 or
Okay.
1,
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So that's double or nothing then?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the bet. Double or nothing on
It's
the pie bet.
basically the first bet was $5 and then I come back double or nothing and put down 10.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So you're only going to be $5 down at most.
Okay.
So 1 pie at most, but me 3. Now, do we do them all at once or 3 separate?
All at once. I think it has to be all at once.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. All right. Double or nothing on the pie bet from 2 weeks ago.
And again, we're Thursday, and I'm giving you a fucking lead.
Yeah. I'm up 6-4 right now. And
That's just how I do it. I don't fucking care.
all right.
So, yeah, we'll be talking about some MLB. But again, if you want to join the league,
Football.
just FanTrax. It's fucking a public league. Just go to join a league and join a publicly listed league. And it's FSA official. If you can't figure it out, I'm sorry.
Hit yourself in the head with a tack hammer because you're special.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Well, that's a quote from Tommy Boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
good old Tommy Boy.
Yeah, David Spade says it when you could say that word in the 90s. Now we're being PC, right? I don't want PC Principal to show up and woo, woo, woo. What's going on? Is that a microaggression, bro? I'm PC.
Oh, you're PC too? Yeah.
What's Arizona
University of Hawaii, bro.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, enough South Park, enough fucking Tommy Boy. What are we really talking about today? We're talking about the NBA draft.
Woo!
Oh my god!
All right, before we get into the NBA draft,
which is only 5 hours away, or no, 6 hours away at this point.
Oh man, I'm not gonna have any goddamn sleep.
You don't need any. It's draft day, baby.
Yeah, and all right, so there's been a couple of trades already.
Do any of these have? Yeah, they have.
When we were doing the live stream yesterday, they actually broke during that podcast.
One of them did, or no?
Unfortunately, no, both of them did.
Okay.
Or at least I found out about both of them while we were live.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Whatever.
So, okay. First one was Teague is going to the Pacers. George Hill is going to the Jazz. And Atlanta is getting the 12th pick.
Okay.
So, as far as fantasy relevance, George Hill and Jeff Teague, I don't really see their fantasy lines changing all that much. But Dennis Schroeder, as far as I'm concerned, he's a fucking top 50 player.
Oh, yeah. Maybe even higher.
I mean, he's getting 30-plus minutes for the first time. And I love the fact that, I have him in at least one Dynasty League.
Well, all right. So the Hawks needed to move up in the draft because they're probably replacing Horford as well. They've got the replacement for Jeff Teague with Dennis Schroeder. Pretty sure it's Schroeder
Right,
because
which is
it's
why.
German. You got
Yeah,
used to the Uder.
which is why they traded him.
Right. Well, and then okay, so we got that whole thing. I think yesterday we talked a little bit about Horford.
Not going to be re-signed.
Right. So
I think Atlanta is going into a rebuild.
yeah, but it looks like when they move up like that, they're trying to get the piece they need to rebuild. So I don't know.
I mean, again, they still had the replacement. We talked about, they should have tried to trade Horford to get something back, but they didn't, so they were letting him walk, essentially.
Right. Yeah. It's too bad.
And so, also, Dante Exum, I don't know if they want George Hill at the 2. I mean, they kind of got, Rodney Hood.
Yeah, I'm guessing Hood probably is at the 2.
And then there's also, what the fuck's his name? Poor man's Kawhi.
Poor man's Kawhi.
Your dude you have.
No, that guy's in Denver, dude.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking, Denver.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say no. I used to have what's his name, but what's it? Because we got. Well, all right. So the point guard situation in Utah is not good, right? With Exum possibly. Is Exum still hurt? We got Exum, and then of course everybody's favorite,
Troy Burke doesn't fucking shit.
Well, I was gonna say Alec Burks. I still like him, but he spent all of last season basically injured.
Yeah, Alec Burks, Rodney Hood, Trey Burke, Dante Exum.
Well, yeah, Burke's out because he's fucking trash, and that's why they got Hill as replacement for Burke, if nothing else. But I don't know what that means about. We talked about that. Does that mean Exum's hurt longer than he's supposed to be?
I think it's just more or less insurance, and at the same time, Exum, he missed a year. He's developmentally stunted, so they're not just gonna give the fucking team over to him. It's kind of like another Atlanta situation where they're gonna let George Hill kind of play, and then maybe when Exum is healthy and shows that he's the better option, they'll either let Hill walk regarding his contract or try to trade him.
Right.
Yeah, Will Barton was who we were talking about.
Yeah, but he's in Denver, so.
Yeah, just wrong team. But that's just what JD was saying. Or no, Bronson actually said it. Good job, Bronson.
What'd he say?
No, he's the one that knew who we were talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. All right. Sorry, I was like, who? Why are we talking about Will Barton for a second?
So the second trade that happened, Derrick Rose is going to New York.
Which makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big market. Rose is still a star. New York needs a point guard. I think Chicago's just they're done with D Rose. They paid him too much money for not enough fucking games.
Right.
And
I mean, it's a 1-year contract.
If Rose is healthy, that's a great move.
Yeah. It makes sense. I mean, it makes New York kind of a flawed team. Now, there's other rumors about New York, right? About possibly Joakim Noah or Dwight Howard ending up there.
Okay, that's what Bronson's just saying. Dwight Howard.
I
like that.
KP at the 4 and Howard at 5. I mean, that's a really
Melo back down to the 3.
Yeah. I mean, and then I don't know who they play at shooting guard necessarily, but
yeah, I mean they got holes because I mean they traded Robin Lopez and Jeremiah Grant.
Okay.
Again, Grant gets a pretty significant value increase. I like him. I wonder, Galloway at 2, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Langston Galloway playing the 2 in New York. Yeah, all right. That's not a bad team. That's an interesting team. I mean,
It's a
I don't know.
playoff team.
At least in the East, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's like nothing to give up on
I mean,
there.
although the East is slowly getting better, and I mean, if New York is Dwight Howard,
That's a big player going East, and that's kind of interesting because like quite honestly, that team would be all or nothing.
yeah. I mean, I have heard some rumors about like Kevin Love for Melo.
Okay. That's what I'm mostly interested in is how a lot of this free agency shakes out. Like, where's Kevin Durant go? Because there's actually like what 6 options for him or something. Like, because he says he wants to win. There's several teams after him, and then there's always like, does he stay where he is in Oklahoma, or does he go to Washington, go home, do the LeBron thing, win a championship for the hometown? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, again,
What's
we
most
talked
likely?
about that.
What's most likely for Durant in your mind?
Most likely he stays.
Okay, no LA, no New York, no.
I mean, if he does go to Golden State, like we were talking about, like just gonna stop watching basketball. Like that's a fucking league breaking team, and it's not even fun.
Yeah, just NBA's over. Like the D League suddenly becomes more interesting.
I mean, it's gonna be like what the fucking Celtics for the late 70s and 80s, where they just fucking were winning championships left and right.
Yeah, just nonstop. I don't really want to watch that.
Yeah, see, JD Baller, he's saying Durant's staying in OKC, and I think he will.
Now, I like the speculation of LeBron going to LA, but he says he's staying in Cleveland, so.
Yeah, he's already said he's staying.
I mean, it just kind of makes sense to me to go to LA, but maybe later when he's on the end of his career or something. I don't know.
I don't know why you'd go to LA. Like, yeah, LeBron makes any team a contender, but
Right.
LA's still too young, not enough pieces.
Well, but they've got cap space. They could make other moves. They got pieces to make moves, and that's the thing. I mean, like,
honestly, I don't know what they're doing with fucking deloading D. Russell.
Why you don't like D'Angelo Russell?
He lost the locker room by posting that fucking shit about Nick Young cheating on Azalea or whatever the fuck that Pops Iggy.
Oh, Iggy Azalea.
Yeah, again, you're the pop star fan, not me.
I don't know who Iggy Azalea is. I don't know any of that, but
she's cute. I know that.
Well, I never seen her. Honestly, Nick Young, Swaggy P. He's just a pain in the ass. Like,
but I mean, it's not even.
I don't feel bad. Like, I don't feel bad for that guy. I mean, but
it's not about Swaggy P.
It's the whole bro code thing. But
yeah,
fuck bro code. Like, how does he even like?
No, honestly,
does D'Angelo Russell even know? Does he know about any of it?
If we were in the NBA and on a team together, and I was stepping out on my fucking pop star fiance, and you fucking posted a fucking video of me saying I stepped out on her, we'd have a fucking Gilbert Arenas guns and locker situation.
Oh yeah, that like, what was it? Javaris Crittenden and Gilbert Arenas on guns on each other.
One of us would not be on that team within a week.
Next day. Yeah, like all right. So, but here's the question I have: He's a rookie. He doesn't even know. Does he not even know?
Like, it doesn't. How do you not know at that point? Like that's
I don't know.
I mean, no, like whatever. It was a prank. I was trying to be funny. Like, no, I'm gonna fucking break your fucking skull.
I don't know. Maybe he
don't agree with like Nick Young banging some 19-year-old where, he's got fucking Iggy on the, fiance. Like that's fucked up. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying.
I don't feel bad for him. But yes, I still believe in the bro code.
All right, I don't. But like, here's maybe D'Angelo Russell is just like, you know what? Fuck you. You're an asshole. You got this Iggy Azalea who's apparently very good looking, and you're gonna do that. You're an asshole.
If that was the case, own up to that. I would respect him.
Yeah, actually, if he was just
stabbing Nick Young in the back and be like, dude, the dude's a fucking douchebag. Like, he has Iggy and he's cheating on her with fucking chicks in every town. Like, fuck that guy.
yeah, no, honestly,
But,
that'd be
that's
awesome.
one thing, but like, no, I don't think that was the case. I think he just made a mistake, rookie mistake.
I mean, I could see that, just like, fuck you, you're an asshole. Like, I don't know. I wish that was what it was. Maybe that is what it was. You just can't say it. I don't know.
Maybe, but at the same time, there's talk of them possibly trading him.
Why wouldn't they get rid of Nick Young first, though?
Because
like D'Angelo, like I believe in the future of D'Angelo Russell.
It's not just an issue between Swaggy P and deloading. It's a whole locker room trust, bro code. Like,
that shit's so dumb. Like, that, honest, I don't know. I mean, I get it. Whatever. That's whatever happens in the locker room or behind the fucking scenes with your basketball team stays behind the scenes. I get it.
Exactly.
But at the same time, like, really, like, is the franchise going to get rid of probably their best prospect for the future?
Yes.
Why? For what? And they're going to keep Nick Young over the best prospects for the future.
It's not about Nick Young.
So they'd get rid of Kobe's heir apparent.
Possibly, yes.
For what reason?
Because he lost the locker room.
Rebuild the locker room. Get rid of guys like Swaggy P.
Again, it's one of those things where he's got to live and learn, and like.
So where's he going to go then? What are we thinking? What? And then if this locker room disaster is as bad as you're claiming it is, where would he actually, like, I don't see him being welcome in another locker room. Where is he? Is he just damned to, like, eternal fucking
dude, to a certain extent, yes.
That's ridiculous. I mean, for a kid with that much talent and, like, actual potential, like, I mean, I like Russell, so I just hate to think that, like, his whole shit's fucked now because of this, especially as, like, I mean, I don't have any shares of D'Angelo Russell, but I liked him as a prospect quite a bit. So I'm just like, really? Is he really just that ruined because of this incident?
Bro code.
This bro code shit.
Bro.
Yes.
Bro
code. Mark!
Bro.
I don't know. What's going on with the dogs there, bro?
I don't know.
Dogs in the tub.
All right. So,
do we have any comments about any of that?
Yeah, JD is just saying something that will go away with time. But JD actually agrees he needs to get away from the Lakers organization.
Well, what does that say about the Lakers themselves then?
No, this is just, it's a big fuck up. It's like the fuck up I had at work. Like, sometimes, shit happens.
Well, why do they still not want, like, Russell? We got Ingram, like Russell, Ingram, Randall. Like, I like the core of that. Like, why the fuck are we worried about Swaggy P's bullshit? Like,
it's not about Swaggy P.
All right. I mean, it's
Swaggy P. It doesn't matter, like, who it was.
But why does he have? Why is there? I don't understand why their best prospect for the future at this point until they get Ingram tonight.
Because he shot himself in the goddamn foot.
Accidents happen. It's just like you said. Like, is your work going to trade you? Are you going to another company? Are you going
possibly? Well, I'll find out.
All right. Yeah, I guess you're just. Let's find out what's going to happen to Ryan. Is he getting switched around? Is he getting fired? Oh, Ryan.
I mean, again, if literally, like, everybody in the locker room hates you.
Does everyone literally in the locker room hate him, or is Swaggy P kind of a pain in the ass? I want to know. I honestly wish I knew. Like, we should ask Kobe about that. Like, I thought Kobe would be the most hated person in that locker room personally, but, like,
I mean, again, Kobe and Shaq had the whole thing with the whole rape case and Kobe outing Shaq for being fucking a cheater, and there's all kinds of shit going on back then.
Right. So if they didn't get rid of Kobe, why are they going to get rid of Russell?
Because Russell's not Kobe.
Not yet. Kobe wasn't Kobe until he became Kobe.
Kobe was Kobe.
Well, Russell got a little time under Kobe, and I hope he learned something.
Yeah.
Wherever he ends up. Okay, so on to the actual draft, right? Because we talked about trades.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about where players might go. Let's talk about the actual draft today. You know?
Okay,
Like
so 1, and 2 are
Simmons and Ingram. That's known.
given.
I'm assuming in that order. I can't imagine why it would change.
No, I mean, again, we kind of joked or wished that, like, Suns pull a fucking rabbit out of their hat and trade with Philly to get Simmons.
What was that we were talking about? It would be like either Bledsoe or Knight, the 4th pick and the 13th pick.
I'd do that. And then
We'd do
we
that all
get
day.
someone like, maybe a Covington back or, something just to make salaries match or work out.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be fun. But that's not going to happen.
No, so Philly, they're taking Simmons.
I mean, Ingram's going to LA most likely.
Yeah.
Now, 3 through like 10, 3 through 8 especially, I know, is completely up for grabs.
3 and 4 are
Celtics.
the most interesting because I can see both the Celtics and the Suns making a trade.
I would love to. Yeah, I mean, with what we're looking at picking, I honestly don't want prospects. I want known quantities. Like, either trade this pick and get something. Hey, get D'Angelo Russell. I don't know. And then get rid of fucking all of our point guards. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, God damn it, I want the Suns to blow this roster up in a way. Like, really, the only 3 players I want on this roster at the end of the day are, like, Devin Booker, Alex Len, and TJ Warren. You know what I mean? Like, everybody else, I don't care what happens.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, obviously, depending on the return. But Boston, again, there's talks of them trading number 3 for Noel. And
so they want Noel. The Suns want Noel. Everybody wants Noel. I mean,
Well, I mean, with Philly taking Simmons, like Embiid, Saric, Okafor, Simmons, there's just too many front court players, and they need a point guard.
But I think they're committed to the idea of especially like Simmons and Embiid. Embiid, like they love Embiid, and I don't blame them. I mean, honestly,
no, I mean that's what they want to be. They're 4 and 5. Like, honestly, in a couple of years, fucking Simmons and Embiid pick and roll can be just goddamn devastating.
I mean, man, I do not want to give up Embiid in our dynasty leagues. I mean, I got to get him in the other one, but like, clone teams, clone problems. But yeah,
well, if you can't get him, let me know.
Everybody,
like my bigs.
Yeah, I know everybody wants a little shot at Embiid. Bronson's asking about it already, so I mean, whatever.
I mean, again, I see Boston actually making a trade.
I could see that.
And then, I mean, what I think is going to happen with 3 is Boston 3 Noel. I think that's going to happen. And then Philly is going to take Dunn.
Wait, what's going to happen?
I think Boston is trading their number 3 pick. They're going to get Noel. And then Philadelphia with Boston's number 3 pick is going to take Dunn.
Chris Dunn, yeah.
Chris Dunn, yeah.
Okay. I almost called him Adam Dunn. What? Wrong sport. Yeah, all right. So then, well, I mean, that's what I was hoping the Suns would do, honestly. But 3 is even sexier than 4 in that case, if you want to fucking.
Well, and then there's reports going on about the Suns having interest in Dunn and possibly trading Bledsoe, but that could just be fucking Boston doing a smokescreen, oh, hey, you got to get him at 3, otherwise the Suns are going to take him at 4.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. What real world here, like if, say, this draft plays out, there's no trades, things go sort of on projections here. The Suns are taking who? Dragon Bender or Marquise Chris?
I think it's Marquise Chris.
Okay.
And I
There's
like
also
that. Like, I mean, yes, Dragon Bender has great upside. Great upside.
yeah. I just
And I mean, honestly, if they took Bender over Chris, I'm okay with that. But I like Chris better. I think I mean, again, what I've been reading on him is he's kind of like a combination between Marion and Stoudemire.
that's kind of what we need. That's kind of
Exactly.
what the Suns need.
Yes.
I mean, goddamn, could we have a Matrix from his prime back?
Man,
Oh
those teams were
man,
fun.
God, when Amari Stoudemire wasn't fucked up, and when Sean Marion was doing Sean Marion, I mean, we've always said it. There was a time when he was the top player in fantasy basketball. Sean Marion was the number one player in like that was. Oh man, God, and he was fun to watch. Like he just did everything. All those alley oops from Steve Nash, man. Oh
And I
man,
mean, so yes, I
God.
originally wanted Bender just because, again, yeah, there's the comparisons to Kristaps Porzingis, which, again, I think that's a little much because KP, he's special.
KP special.
And again, I think people are just, oh my God, I got to get the next KP. And so they're looking at him like that. But I don't, again, I just don't think Lightning's going to strike twice.
I personally,
But if
yeah.
the Suns took Bender, I'm okay with that. Like honestly, with pick 4, Chris or Bender, and
Who do you prefer, Chris or
I
Bender?
prefer Chris over Bender.
I do as well. Okay. Now, let's talk about like later picks, sexy things happening later. Like Bronson was a big fan of a couple of these. He's got multiple picks in some of our dynasty leagues.
Right. Well, before we start going into the other picks, let's just go through the lottery, maybe.
Okay, run through it.
I mean, again, Timberwolves have 5.
Okay, I'm
I could
gonna
see
grab a
them.
beverage.
Okay, I can see the Timberwolves if the Suns don't take Bender, taking Bender. He fits what they're doing, and honestly, I think a Bender, Carl Anthony Towns 4-5 like could be goddamn devastating. Like if you got Towns, like getting that stretch 4 who can still protect the rim and help on the weak side is huge. Maybe if Dunn is still there, they may take him. I don't know about Rubio, how much longer they have or the faith they have in Rubio, but I like those. Pelicans, they might be looking to fucking trade out, trade down. I don't know who they're taking. I think they should maybe take like a Jamal Murray. Um, he's damn good player. Denver Nuggets with the 7th pick. I mean, I guess I don't know enough. I mean, the Nuggets, what, they need a point guard. All right. Nuggets with 7. Kings have 8. Buddy Hield is still there. I mean, again, just a
He's not gonna
shooter.
be there. He's not gonna be there.
You don't think he'll be there at 8?
I've seen Buddy that's the thing. All these mock drafts are very interesting. Like
I've looked at a bunch of mock drafts and 1, 2, and then after that, it's a fucking crapshoot.
well, yeah, everybody's just like, I don't know. Like I think they've changed a million times. I mean, honestly, like the one I'm looking at right here, right now, has Buddy Hield going number 3. So
Okay.
I mean,
The
I
one
just
I'm
don't.
looking at has him actually going 8th.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's how much of a crapshoot 3 through 8 is.
Yeah, so I mean, again, these trades, like these dominoes, it's just too goddamn hard to like actually project.
You know what? This actually might be that year to have like a late lottery pick. I mean, like we got that 13. It's just out of what we want, but like somewhere like 10 through 15, I think. You know, obviously 15's out of lottery, but you know what I'm saying? Like if you're one of those teams, you know, like there's less pressure because it's like, oh, when you're picking in the top 10, it's like, oh, I got to get that right. This isn't a strong draft class. But outside of that, you can take like rolls of the dice, you know?
Again, there's always the rolls of the dice and the either later lottery or just later picks.
Like even in the second round, I mean, there's the Kawhi Leonards of the world, everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, so we'll see. I'm curious what's going to happen.
And again, like as far as the dynasty leagues and all that, you've been so used to having the early picks where like, oh, I'm taking Towns, I'm taking Wiggins and Parker, and
right.
But at the same time, I've always had like 10th through 12th.
Right, and you've been able to get good players like, right, Andre Drummond one year.
Drummond, Giannis, James Harden, fucking CP3. I got late one year in a dynasty.
Well, I have no picks, late or otherwise, at this point in our dynasty leagues. But yeah, like I would have the 4th pick actually in the dynasty leagues. I think this year tried to get out of the tank, but just couldn't quite make it out with all front court players. So I got to get some guards, and actually that's why it would be great to have 4th pick this year. God damn it! So Bronson, let's talk trade. Get that pick back, baby. Yeah. Now, what about everybody else in our dynasty situation? Who else is like doing some dynasty basketball out there? Since we're doing this podcast live, let's see if we got any feedback. Bronson, you've got like 150 picks. What are you thinking? You know, I mean, he's literally got like a third of the first round.
Yeah, he just traded his team off for fucking first round picks, which is good. I mean, Bronson like his rookies. Again, with the Suns at the 13th pick, I like Henry Ellison quite a bit going there. Like poor man's Kevin Love.
Okay.
I mean, fuck it, whatever. We take 2 power forwards. I'm cool with that. I do know the Suns kind of need a small forward. I like TJ Warren.
Okay.
So again, there's still quite a good bit of decent players in the lottery.
All right. What about Scal
Labissiere?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Kentucky power forward.
We just call him Skull.
Okay.
We're calling him Skull because we're hillbillies. We know how to pronounce Skull. We're bad at pronouncing names if you haven't heard that before.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. I like the again, I'm going to be doing obviously more research, but shit that I've seen like the Ante Zizic and Ivica Zubac.
Okay.
Both centers from Croatia. I'm kind of high on them. Like, again, especially, we got Josh Lloyd's Red Rock 13 Dynasty League. Like, we're going to be looking at players like this.
Right.
And I like Zizek and Zubac.
Zizek and Zubac. Those sound like characters in a Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah. The basketball players, Zizek and Zuzak, get the block.
All right. Hey, we're writing them right now. It's great.
There's the Chinese center, the Zhou Kui.
What?
I don't know. Zhouqi. However you pronounce that. I got a Chinese wife and I still can't fucking pronounce it.
Why didn't you ask her how to pronounce it?
Because she's goddamn asleep.
Oh.
Okay. I'm actually not very big on him. Other than Yao Ming, most of the Chinese players that have come over like haven't really done very good and ended up going back to the China League.
Well, think about how bad, like, I mean, Yao Ming was massive, but think about like how bad his like knees and his ankles and everything. Like he was all like when he broke down, he just crumbled. I mean, but when he was dominant, man, was he dominant? I mean, he was what, top 5 player in fantasy for sure.
Yeah, for a year or two.
A couple of years. But yeah.
One of the late players that I actually like a lot
Yeah.
is Thon Maker.
Okay, is it Thon or Ton or
Thon? I always thought it was Thon. Maybe it's just
Okay.
Thon. I don't know. Again, he's just fucking possible, great athlete, a lot of defense. He's really raw. He kind of reminds me of Bismack Biyombo when he got drafted.
Okay.
So,
who do you think's gonna end up with that?
With Thon,
Yeah.
I honestly hope the Suns do.
Okay.
I mean, again, I'm from what I've seen, I'm actually a lot higher on him than like any of these other like projected rankings. Like what I'm looking at, they have him going 27th to the Toronto Raptors, which
That's what I'm
makes
seeing.
sense because Biyombo is gonna leave. Like, I mean, playoffs, Biyombo played himself right out of goddamn Toronto.
Well, so that makes sense. I actually see that here in the same mock draft I'm looking at. Maybe that's where he goes. I don't know. Or if somebody else will take him. Now, I'm still excited about, well, I mean, the Dr. Seuss book we're going to write about these basketball
Okay,
players.
so JD saying that there's some question marks with Thon because of what his actual age is.
Really?
So I didn't know that. I mean, again, can't be too surprised, but even still. So again, we're going to be digging deep into these basketball prospects, especially doing this 30-man Red Rock Dynasty draft where, again, we talked about it in other podcasts, and Tom got lucky enough and got the second pick.
Woo!
Man, you keep kind of flip-flopping between hoping to get Towns and going late in the draft.
I mean, if Towns is there, it's really hard for me not to be like, yes, Towns, or yes, Curry. But there's also that whole like, because again, if we explained how the draft structure breaks down, top 30 picks, basically all of those picks have to come from a separate team in the NBA. So it's not a standard first round pick kind of thing. Like normally Russell Westbrook or Kyrie Irving would probably be in the first round. They're not in this case. So picking at the end of the draft, you're stuck with a team like Dallas, Memphis, Brooklyn, where they don't have a very strong number one,
Right. And again,
But
it's the second choice of where you want to draft, not the second pick.
Right. But I could choose the second pick just as, so that's the option. It's like there was a lottery to get choices and you pick where you want to be in the draft or what team you want to represent. And yeah, I mean.
So me, you, and JD Baller are in the first league.
Yes. And our buddy J Money Smooth picked up Bronson's old team. Bronson had to bail on the league.
Bronson got the invite before J Money. But
J Money did one into the league though. I mean, he wanted to get in. That would have been awesome if we had both Bronson and J Money in the league we're already in.
Honestly, cool. If that was the case, Bronson, I probably would have spotted you.
If he had been in our league?
Yeah, I think I could have made the wife say okay.
Yeah, I mean, right. Well, all he had to do is mail his money to you. It's not like he's like, totally destitute like others of us.
Right.
But yes, it's too bad. But both these leagues actually look pretty good. And J Money, he's got the 4th selection. That was Bronson's selection. So he's kind of in a similar situation. I think Bronson was talking about rebuilding with that number 4 selection, like trying to get like Towns and like Towns.
Bronson's talking about rebuilding.
Well, yeah, but I think he was talking something like Towns and Tank or just Towns and Prospects, basically, which not awful, but like you don't try to go into the tank in the first draft of in the first year of a dynasty. I mean, if you end up after a year or so in the tank, that happens. You see where your team plays out after year 1. Hopefully you had a good draft if you're trying to win now and balance young players and winning and all that, right? But if your team happens to suck ass, then you're in the tank and you're rebuilding. But you're not in the tank until you're actually in the tank. That's the thing. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's just my piece of advice for Bronson.
Again, as before we get to the draft and we make a pick, I'm going to go through team by team and just write like their 1 and 2, just so I can get an idea of like, so if I pick 24th, that means there's 6 players still in the second round. Who's still there that I want? I mean, because there's Kyrie, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, CJ McCollum,
Westbrook.
Like, so there's still a lot of really good number 2s that are going to be left.
Well, Cleveland's number 2 might actually end up being LeBron.
Possibly. I mean, with the way that Kyrie played,
once he was healthy and then playoffs, yeah. I mean, well, all right. Anyways, sure. So that Josh Lloyd Red Rock 30-team league setup is crazy. I've actually decided that as bizarre as the draft is, just not standard draft setup at all, it's actually pretty equitable. It seems really fair. Like
I like it a lot.
It seems to be an interesting way to dish out talent. Now, I don't think it would work that way for a standard league, even a 20-team league. I don't see that really working. But because it's all 30 NBA teams, that actually seems to be like the most brilliant way to like allocate talent I've ever heard of.
I mean, we'll see how it plays out.
I mean, because like, I don't know. I still have to decide. Do I want like 1st and 60th pick, or do I want 30th and 31st?
Again,
because that 31st is actually in a normal league like a top 5 pick, probably
close to it. It would be a 1st-round pick for sure in the standard league.
So I got like hopefully a top 25 player plus a top 10 player.
Well,
at the end of the draft. That's the strategy at the end of the draft.
You won't get a top 25 player.
You might.
No, not at fucking pick 30. You'll be lucky to get a fucking top 50 player.
Well, or somebody that could grow into a position or a role. Like, I'm just saying, like, look, I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? I'll find whatever the highest upside going to be good player it is. Fuck you. I'll figure it out.
Okay, so Bronson's talking about his fantasy sleepers, dynasty, gyms. 1, the Scal Libasari. Again, Henry Ellingston, which we like. Timothy Luwawa.
Wawa?
Luwawa. Timothy Luwawa. He's from France, yeah. So he's the French player, one of those 3-and-D type guys.
Okay.
Possibly like Nicholas Batum. Lots of upside. I like that.
Okay.
And then the Sabonis.
Okay, this mock draft I have, it has Suns taking Sabonis 13.
Okay.
And
Sabonis or Ellington is, a good 13 pick.
his father was drafted in the NBA 30 years ago. And Bronson says, fun fact, his dad is a Hall of Famer. There you go.
Is it Andreas Sabonis' kid?
I don't know.
Was that before your time?
I don't know. I'm reading something right now. Okay, finish up Bronson's picks.
Okay. Chuck Diallo, Demetrius Jackson, Bryce Johnson, Thon Maker, who we talked about. I like Chuck Diallo. Again, I already said I like Thon Maker. Bryce Johnson, I don't really know about, and Demetrius Jackson, I'm not totally sure.
Okay, Luwawu is the guys. It's Timothée. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's not spelled conventionally, and his last name is Luwawu.
Okay.
Luwawu. Actually, you know what? I like that. And this draft has him projected also going to the Suns at 28. Luwawu. Hey, I want Luwawu
Yeah.
here.
So it is Arvydas Sabonis.
Okay.
Is his dad. I remember him.
Okay.
Nice.
So there you go. 30 years ago, when we were just wee pups, Ryan. Because we're old now.
I remember playing Tecmo NBA, and I used to actually like playing as the Blazers a lot. And this must have been 89 with Terry Porter and Clyde Drexler and Sabonis.
Okay. Yeah.
So Blazers were actually one of my favorite teams. So I actually used to play with this guy quite a bit.
That was before they were the Jail Blazers.
Yeah, not too much.
Okay. Well, that was fun. That video game, yeah. Not quite as good as Tecmo Bowl, though.
No, but I did love that that was like one of my earliest favorite basketball games for sure. I used to fucking light it up with Terry Porter in the corner, draining threes. So yeah. This podcast has gone quite a bit smoother than yesterday's.
Yeah, but it wasn't as fun.
No, yesterday's was a lot of goddamn fun.
Well, let's see if we can fun it up. What's going on? We got the football draft coming up later, like a couple hours from now. If you want to get in on that, go to fantasysportsaddicts.com or go to FanTrax and look for it. It's the FSAA official football league.
We'll get fun on there, and like fuck it, it'll be a hangout, and whoever wants to join, like fuck it, we'll have them join.
Might as well. I mean,
might as well. Bronson, James, JD, Andrew. Like, let's just all fucking hang out, bullshit, watch the draft NFL. Like, hell yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, all right. So that's the plan the rest of the day for me. Then I'm just gonna be camped out on the website, hanging out.
Make sure the
FantasySportsAddicts.com
gets filled.
I'll do my best. I mean, hopefully we got more addicts out there.
Okay, so
football.
Andrew's been playing the NBA 2K since they gave it out for free.
Okay, you guys need to play then.
Yeah, Andrew, join. Find me. My screen name is I Am the Emperor, no spaces.
Okay.
And we can do a 2K game.
I'd like
that'd be fun. I mean, He would fucking kick my ass in Madden because he's a big Madden player.
James is? Or not James, Andrew?
Andrew is. I play
Sorry.
Madden, but I haven't really been good at Madden since like PlayStation 2, back when I could fucking actually run the ball.
Yes. I remember how very serious you were about Madden on PlayStation 2. Like you used to be ridiculous about that. We used to even talk about you playing it competitively.
I was
Like
that
in those Madden,
good
like in those
with, like,
Madden tournaments, you know what I mean?
again, I was really good back in the day, but now I suck.
Why do you
like,
suck? What happened? Why do you suck now?
because I can't run anymore. They like changed it up. Like
I'm gonna start playing Madden.
I used to be a fucking grinder where like I'm gonna run it like 2 out of 3 times.
Okay.
And like I just played that smash mouth where I formation. I'm running it up like right at the middle where I'm taking my tight end and moving them over to the left, running it to the left side with my fullback, and I get like 4 or 5 yards of goddamn time. And then the screenplay, I used to be able to drop off like it was great.
See,
now it's all like, oh, I'm gonna throw these 30-yard passes.
Yeah.
And
So you gotta
like slants up the middle, and like it just, I don't know. They changed the game. That wasn't my style of gameplay.
So why haven't you adapted? You got to start airing it out now. I've never played Madden ever. One time even. Not once.
Okay.
Oh, are we going to do a Madden unboxing? Wait, we already have – is Madden out? Madden's out, right?
No, the new Madden's not out yet.
When's that out?
I don't know.
We should do an unboxing.
I actually didn't get this year's Madden. I had last year's.
Well, let's get the new one. When's it out?
I don't know. I got to look, find out.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's get it. Like, we'll do an unboxing video. Those were fun. Remember, you can drop the disc on the floor again? Oh, that's tragic. I like the idea of that. So,
any questions in comments, just let us know. Okay, yeah. JD saying the Gronk Madden will be out soon. I forgot Gronk was on the cover.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Yeah.
I don't like that because I love Gronk and I believe in the Madden curse.
Oh, no. Gronk's been cursed. Dude, that guy leads such a blessed life. There's no way he's ever going to receive any kind of curse. He's just out there, like, freewheeling it. Like, he's just got it up on fucking 2 wheels, having fun. Like, woo!
I love me some fucking Gronk.
Is there anybody else out there, like, honestly, like, I can't think of maybe J.R. Smith from the Cavaliers. Is there anybody just having that much fun in life right now? Like Gronk's just, like, doing everything fun. I don't know.
And again, that should have been Aaron Hernandez, but the guy was a fucking goddamn thug, killing people and shit. Like, honestly, how goddamn stupid can you be? You got away with murder once, and then some dude, like, disrespects you, or I don't even know. And
I think he, like, sold out some secrets about the gang activity or something. I don't know.
So, yeah, Madden's coming out August 23rd.
Okay.
Thanks, JD.
Thank you. Hey, a little promotional there, right? Woo. Now they better pay us. Maybe they can send us a free copy since we mentioned them.
It's EA Sports. They won't do that shit.
Actually, I know somebody that works for EA Sports. Ooh. Why have I never used that? I guess because I don't play Madden. Yeah. Let's check into that.
They'd give us an NBA Live game because that game sucks so goddamn much.
Okay.
I mean, 2K is a great game. Andrew, what's your PlayStation name? We'll have to play one.
Yeah, everybody's PlayStation. We all gotta just, like, have a little PlayStation party.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Is that still the thing they do?
Not quite like they used to, but yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they do, but again, I'm like really anti-EA Sports or EA. They've just made too many goddamn
terrible
broken games.
Yeah, I remember that one Simpsons game.
Which one was that? Oh, yeah.
I think most of them, but yeah, there was a couple that EA did that were just trash. I don't know. I mean, right? Like, what was the best Simpsons game we ever played?
Road Rash?
I think it's Road Rage, dude.
Road Rash. No,
Yeah.
honestly, I did really love the NES Simpsons games.
Okay. On original Nintendo?
On original Nintendo, yeah. Bart Simpson versus
the
the
Space Mutants.
Space Mutants.
Yeah.
Where like you can prank call Mo and then shit, what was that other one that was fucking classic? And then there was a Super Nintendo or Sega Super Nintendo one
Okay.
that was really good where it was like a bunch of kind of like mini game type levels.
Okay. See, I wasn't allowed to play Nintendo or Super Nintendo. I wasn't allowed to play console games until I became an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to. I could play all the computer games I wanted, though. So I was playing like ultra violent shit, like Postal and, just everything. I grew up on first person shooters on computers. So I didn't get to play any of that fun Simpsons platform shit. God damn, that sounds awesome. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw it in the emulator. I'm going to download the ROM and I'm going to throw it in the emulator. I'm going to do that. Play some fucking old Simpsons games. That sounds fun, Ryan.
I went to a barcade the other night with Matt, and they had the Simpsons arcade game there, and put a few dollars in there.
Is that the one where Marge is beating the shit out of people with the vacuum and stuff?
Oh wait, no, yeah, it is, but no, I was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I played, not the Simpsons.
Oh,
Similar games, but yeah.
Okay, I remember the old Turtles. Yeah.
Yeah, the old Turtles, but yeah, the old Simpsons arcade game was fucking classic.
Why haven't we built an arcade thing?
I honestly, I want to, and I will.
It doesn't have to be the Keys arcade. It doesn't have to be the beer kegerator thing.
No, if you're listening, there's the MAME arcade cabinet where it's like an emulator of all the old arcade games. You can even have like NES and Super Nintendo games on there as well.
Oh man!
But I already actually have the Raspberry Pi.
Okay.
Which is like a small computer which will run all the emulators and the main front processing unit.
Well, why aren't we doing this?
Honestly, I would have probably already done it if we didn't start FSAA, because when we first got started, honestly, all my free time that I had went to fucking FSAA.
Yeah, well, it mostly still does, I think.
I mean, it does quite a bit, but honestly, when we first started and like all my days off, we were getting together and we were trying and, making a shit ton of videos.
Right.
But that it's not nearly as time intensive now as it was when we first got started.
We should ramp it back up.
It's going good.
Okay.
Honestly, at this point, I just don't know where I would put it.
Well, all right. So we build the kegerator into the thing, so it's still technically a Keys arcade or whatever.
I that would actually be fairly easy to do.
That or we build it.
Since I have the kegerator, that would be easier because the whole middle portion, I can just make that the size of the actual keg and then just put in a shank that is longer that the tap goes to.
Yeah.
Again, originally I was going to do a Keys arcade where like I take an old chest deep freezer, change the temperature so it doesn't freeze the beer, obviously,
right,
and have like 3 or 4 different beers on at once, but build it around where it's actually the main arcade cabinet as well as the keys are.
Yeah, and like, were we gonna do that in the bar or something like that?
Yeah.
The set. It's our desk, our quote desk on the set. When we get, we got to get back together on set. We haven't been on set in a while.
No, we haven't. I thought we were going to get together today and yesterday, but that didn't happen.
I missed the set. God damn it. It's all right. We'll do it maybe like Monday and Tuesday or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Ah! Hey, you didn't break any bottles or smash any cans over your head today. You did a good job.
No,
Brian.
I didn't.
You've been much more reserved and calm. I'm proud of you.
Well, I mean, yesterday was a special case.
Yeah, if you got to listen to it, you sure.
I'm just glad that I didn't buy the bottle of gin I was thinking of when I was leaving work.
Well, all right. We'll see what happens tomorrow, right?
Or Saturday.
Right, yeah. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I can't wait for this draft. What is it, officially 5 hours away now?
Is it really only 5 hours away?
Yeah, you just stay up now.
Again, I think I'm probably going to.
You might as well.
Belated Father's Day dinner tonight at 7:30.
Okay.
So I'll have to keep it in check.
Okay. Now, if you stay up straight through, now how's that going to fuck shit up? Like, are you going to be dead on your feet for your Father's Day dinner?
Probably.
Are you going out? Yeah, you're going out. It's too bad you can't have them over at your house and just, like, cook at home. Like, Dad, we're grilling.
Yeah, going out is a little easier.
That's true, I guess. You just ride along, hopefully. Where are you going? You going anywhere good to eat?
Yeah, but I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I got a wife, and she handles all the like planning and arrangements. It's like, okay, we're going here at this time. Okay, love.
I wish that had been my case. That would have made it so much simpler. I hated my family. I hated talking to my family a lot of times. I was just like, no, we're not going to that. Fuck, I didn't, me.
Yeah.
I don't get fucking involved.
All right, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna get a beer.
Oh, we're just still talking?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna keep this podcast going. If you are in the YouTube chat, hey, feel free to fire away. We got 7 people checking this out right now, so fire it up. We're going long. It's gonna be a long podcast. Maybe we'll get to the really exciting place we were at the beginning of yesterday's show, which we're redoing today. This is take 2. Hey, did we mention that we're presented by FanTrax? It's a great place, FanTrax. Also, if you want to be given a shout out, you can hit that donate button. Keep us bringing all that great content. Buy Ryan a beer. I need a beer too, probably.
Wait, another trade?
There's a trade. Oh, wow. A trade. Wait, I lost. I've lost my window. There's computer confusion.
I don't know what the trade is. JD Baller just said another trade.
Yeah, okay. Indianapolis Pacers have acquired Thaddeus Young.
For the 20th pick?
Yes.
Why weren't the Suns in on that shit?
Yeah, Thaddeus Young would have fit the Suns pretty well.
I like that Young quite a bit. Bronson's big whoop, whatever. Like that Young's a fucking baller.
Well, and that's actually like kind of what the Suns need. I mean, we could get hopefully we can get something like that in the draft.
Like I would have given the 14th pick to get fucking Thad Young, honestly.
Really? 13th or whatever we have?
13th, yeah. That's
Washington's pick, right?
Yeah, that was the
Wizards
Morris trade.
Fuck yeah. I don't care what we get with that pick. It's better than Markieff Morris.
Oh, hell yeah.
We got any chat in the YouTube thing?
Yeah, well, again, they were just talking about the trade.
Okay.
And then again, what was it? Fantasy Aid, Andrew. Imagine if baseball teams could trade draft picks like this.
I wish. Ah, man, that is such a like God. They kind of can in some ways, but like not the same way. Like if you honestly could trade up at the draft deadline and shit like that, that would be awesome. So I mean, like baseball is kind of more like fantasy in that sense, where like just like okay, you're this pick. You know, it's like a redraft every year. But yeah, I mean,
So,
right? How many times have we wished we could trade up in baseball, like just like
Right.
that? Like and it would make baseball.
Time out 1 sec. We got 8 viewers here right now. So
Holy
I
shit!
just want to mention we got an NFL draft going on later tonight during the NBA draft. It's the FSAA official league. Come by our website or just go to FanTrax and join it. We're sponsored by FanTrax, so if you have to register and use the promo code Addicts. And the league is actually like listed in the public leagues. So if you go to like the games and fantasy football, just like join a league, join a publicly listed league. We should be right there on the top.
There we go. It's gonna be good. We have how many people are in this league? Let me check it out right now. Let's see where we're at on this league. Let's see how full it is.
How full is it? Did we get anybody since we posted or started the podcast?
Well, it's a 12-team league, right?
12-team league, 0.5 PPR, head-to-head, points-based. Fairly standard quarterback, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a tight end, kicker, special teams, 15 total roster spots, 1 utility.
Well, we got trouble.
Still only showing 6.
Still only 6 of us.
So nobody new has joined yet.
God damn it. Join the league.
Join the goddamn league. And leave us a goddamn iTunes review, and we'll give you a goddamn shout
out. Yeah, good goddamn shout out. I like that. Just getting blown up here. Ooh, why does the computer feel like it's on fire? Ryan, this broadcasting's tearing this computer up. It can't take any more broadcast. All right, so what I want to do real quick again is talk about FanTrax since they're sponsoring us. I'm actually like, I'm still scared to leave home.
Are you?
Yeah, it's scary. Change is scary.
Change is good.
Change is good, but change is scary. So what are we going to do? You know, what are we going to do? What are we going to do with people like Woo, who have more fear of change than even I do, since I've already agreed to make this change?
Well, Woo already said he'll follow us because he loves our leagues and he trusts us.
Okay. What about anybody else who might be resistant of change? You know?
We'll replace them.
Like a Joe? What about we've replaced a lot of people.
We have.
I don't want to lose Joe. Not JD Balla. This is Mets fan Joe.
Honestly, we've already lost Joe as far as I'm concerned.
No.
No, you say that, but Joe's AWOL. I think.
No, he's on leave. We've permitted him leave.
We have, but at the same time, I think he's just done. I think he's outlived his fantasy sports in his life. He's got too much shit going on. I mean, when you're fucking decathlon athlete living in New York, there's only so much fantasy sports you can play.
It pains me. Honestly, I'm pained to think of that. I mean, I like Angry Mets fan Joe. He's not even Angry Mets fan Joe right now. He's busy kicking ass at life Joe.
And again, I respect that, and that's kind of shit we've talked about before where
Like things just change. People just change, right? Like all of a sudden
yeah,
you're not a fantasy addict.
we've lost great managers just not having to replace them where it's just like, hey, I'm over fantasy sports. And I fear and I know that day will happen to me at some point
Never. No. You know why it won't?
because we're addicts.
No. Joe was an addict. You know why it won't though? Because you have like unless you get into like competitive fighting like your wife. Like Ryan's wife kicks ass. Ryan just like plays fantasy sports.
True.
If you were to start beating ass like your wife, like I could see you giving up fantasy sports, but I don't see you going into like fighting. Competitive like actual competitive affairs like that. You know what I mean?
No, you know what it would be?
What?
American Ninja Warrior.
Really? You're not going to are you kidding me? You're kidding me. Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Oh, fuck you, dude. That's fucking ridiculous. That's really fucking ridiculous.
Why is that really fucking ridiculous?
American Ninja Warrior, you're going to do like silly gym stuff like
Yes.
No. Like that's not even competitive. Like whose ass are you kicking in that? Who are you showing up? You know what I mean?
The guy that didn't get past the fucking salmon ladder. I don't know.
Salmon ladder.
It's one of the obstacles.
Okay, so you're gonna be trying to do like a bunch of like human Tetris and like free running shit.
Not human Tetris.
Well, but there's a lot of silly behaviors and.
I mean, yeah, somewhat free running, just climbing and jumping on shit.
Yeah, but like really climbing and jumping satisfies your competitive needs. Like we're not competing. You know, we know who are you going to say I'll see you in hell? Who's going to tell you that they'll see you in hell? Right?
I'm going to tell the goddamn warped wall that I'm going to see it in hell as I fucking climb it.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Why don't you climb a rock or something instead?
I don't know. There's actually
rock climbing.
There's a rock climbing's fun, and again, the best ninja warriors are rock climbers.
Okay, but
and
like, it's so silly.
Rock climb like
that was more bouldering, I think, right?
No, it was actual rock climbing where like fuck Matt and I would do fucking 3-pitch climbs and be 250 feet up in the air hanging off a cliff by a knuckle.
Well, you should still do that.
Possibly. Matt doesn't have any of his harness or ropes anymore, and the only thing I have is a shoe.
A shoe?
A pair of shoes.
Okay.
A shoe.
I was going to say a shoe. Matt's like got nothing but like his drug manufacturing equipment, and you've got a shoe. Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think I'll ever give up fucking fantasy sports.
Why would you? Who would? Who would? If it's something you truly enjoy and you truly love it and it brings you like when you've got dynasty leagues as good as ours are, you know, why would it? And you know, the community. We've got this community.
J Money saying being married with kids hasn't stopped him, nothing will.
No, honestly, no. I mean, it didn't stop me. I did lose the married with children aspect, but still playing.
You're more unhappily ever after.
I don't know what that is.
It was a really bad spin-off of Married with Children.
Oh.
Not a spin-off, but like a clone copy where like is basically Married with Children, but the parents were divorced and the Al character had some fucking bear in the basement that he talked to.
A bear in the basement?
It was like a teddy bear that would talk to only him kind of a thing.
That sounds like Wilfred.
It is a little Wilfred-ish.
Right, it was who was that guy? Frodo or whatever, or the baggy guy. And like, right, like he's talking to a dog that doesn't. Well, it's a dog, but he thinks it's like a man in a dog suit.
A dog in a man suit or a man in a dog suit.
Yeah, it's a man in a dog suit, and he keeps raping a bear.
Yeah, Wilford.
That was fucking hilarious, dude.
Honestly, like a lot of the shit, like really sucked. Where like they just kind of went with that like shock humor kind of thing. Every now and then there'd be like some like existential dialogue where it just gets like really deep, and it was really good. So you kind of got to wade through a lot of like stupid, obnoxious humor to find like some gems that are like really good, which
that's the point.
Kind of like our podcast.
That's true, but like I was gonna say, that's the point. The dog is really obnoxious. He's a really pain. Like if a dog was talking to you and it was a complete pain in the ass and an asshole, and you can't tell if you're losing your mind or talking to a dog, right? Like, but this dog that you're communicating with is a real pain in your ass. That's the point. Like, I mean, so it's just a smart ass dog.
We got a whole bunch of people talking about Al Bundy, the greatest man who ever lived.
No ma'ams.
Yeah.
No ma'am. Hey, we all need some no ma'am shirts.
I used to have a no ma'am shirt.
Yeah, back in high school, I remember the no ma'am shirt.
It was like I printed it out on like iron-on transfers, and, So yeah, I had the no ma'am. National Organization of Men Against Amazonian Masterhood.
No ma'am.
No ma'am.
What was the one? My eggs. My eggs.
My eggs. I did like I don't know, sophomore year PowerPoint presentation. I did it on Married with Children and No Ma'am.
Oh man.
Jefferson with his yes ma'am shirt. That's totally you, Tom. You'd be that little fucking Jefferson.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, you totally would rip off your shirt and have a yes ma'am.
Yeah, for only it would be maybe.
Absolutely.
Who was her first husband? I can't remember. What was the first husband?
I'm trying to think of his name.
All right, who remembers what's her name's first husband?
Okay, so Jefferson Darcy was, obviously the second husband.
He was the boy toy.
Steve Rhodes.
Okay, yeah.
Way to go, JD and James.
Nice. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. I liked the first husband personally.
Well, he actually came back in some of the other seasons.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't watch a ton of Married with Children, only late at night with you mostly.
No, I remember in high school we had a friend that never watched any Married with Children.
Who was that?
Carlos, Nick Nieto.
Okay.
So Tough Guy and we made him sit down and watch a whole shitload of Married with Children that we had on VHS because we had the VCR and we actually used to record Married with Children episodes.
Yeah.
On said VHS tape. So we had a whole shit ton of them. All right. See, here's Andrew saying he's never even heard of it.
Wait, Andrew says he's never even heard of Married with
Children.
Old.
We're old. And Married with Children was before our time. Yes.
Oh yeah, it was before our time. It was that's why I never watched much of it because it was on before The Simpsons. The Simpsons is what we grew up with, and Married with Children was on Fox well before that.
Yeah.
Married with Children. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Bronson's never even heard of it.
What? You've not even heard of do you know what Cheers is? Have you ever heard of Cheers or Seinfeld? I mean, I'm sure you've heard of Seinfeld. Cheers? I mean, come on. Cheers was at least 10 years before our time. But I love Cheers. I've watched a lot of Cheers. I mean, I'm just saying
former baseball pitcher, ex-alcoholic that runs a bar. Hell
Well,
yeah.
All right, so
Now, real fast, I just want to say, since we're talking about Married with Children, the best dream I've ever had, I dreamt I was in Chinatown with Al Bundy getting wasted. Like, it wasn't Ed O'Neill, it was Al Bundy. And,
Chinatown.
He was just going on like this pub crawl and just getting shit faced. It was so
Chinatown
much
where?
fun. I don't know. It was just some ambiguous Chinatown.
Okay.
Combination of probably Chicago, Hawaii, New York, just the different Chinatowns I've been in.
Okay. That would have been awesome, dude. Well, was he really depressed and like he just got belligerent and bemoaned his high school football career? And
Oh no, he was, Al
he a
Bundy
lady?
at the
Was he-
nudie bar type Al Bundy. Where,
being a
like,
ladies' man?
Yeah, he was hot.
Okay. All right. Well, because he was free to peg. You're probably buying him drinks.
Yeah, it was just a fucking great dream. And
All right.
again, JD is or J Money saying how Kelly Bundy was so hot and was like,
yes, she was.
I love Christina Applegate, but even still, I'm not gonna lie. Even at a younger age, I still like Peg too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fuck. Goddamn. Yeah. She was.
I mean, Katie Seagal, like,
No. All right. Yeah.
she's still
she's-
sexy.
Well, dude, you should have watched Sons of Anarchy.
I know.
I loved that. That was awesome. That was way better than I expected. All right, so I want to go back to something about Cheers. If anybody on here, we talked about Cheers. Who are you? Diane versus Rebecca. Who are you? Are you a Diane guy or are you a Rebecca?
Diane.
What?
Diane.
Yeah, you like Diane or Rebecca?
Diane.
Okay.
It's not like a like kind of thing, but my mom looked a lot like Diane. I forget the actress's name.
Shelley Long.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I guess I kind of relate that to her, so I like Diane better.
Okay. Well,
And one of the cool things about Cheers too is it was filmed in front of a live audience.
yeah.
And sometimes those like monologues
Oh yeah.
they had some fucking great scenes.
Yeah. Well, dude, some of the like shit between like Diane and Sam, that like, ooh, man, that was some serious romantic relationship shit that was just fucking nuts. And again, all live. That was fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like, goddamn.
Young Woody Harrelson is a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Again, since we talked about video games and like we're gamers, the Cheers bar is in Fallout 4.
What?
Because Fallout 4 takes place in Boston.
So there's actually a Cheers bar?
There actually is a Cheers bar where like you're going around and it's downstairs and there's like a dead Norm and like there's skeletons sitting
Norm's
at the
dead.
bar in their spots.
So Norm's in his spot, Cliff's in his spot.
Yeah. And they're just like skeletons, like with their hand on the bar with like beer.
All right,
and,
where's
yeah. And like it is Cheers.
where are the bartenders and like the
Again, there's different like skeletons kind of placed around, but not too much. I mean, it was Cliff and other dude that were like the main two that you saw.
Okay.
Like
So there's like a postal
there was
worker and
there's a bartender and then like a couple people in the back, but like they highlighted the Melman and
Okay. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, why didn't you tell me that sooner? I wish I had seen that.
Oh man, I remember 100 and 100 to try to find it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Ah, well, see, that's the beauty of video games. So
Yeah.
we're still what, 5 hours away from this draft?
Okay, wait. Bronson's trying to make a trade with J Money, saying if
trade.
Okafor gets traded to Boston, Okafor and Blake Griffin for second pick.
Whoa. That's aggressive.
Yeah.
That's by far fucking creating a standard I don't like in our leagues. Yeah, like that's now should we wrap up this as a podcast and just turn it into a hangout, or what are we gonna do here?
Oh, and we're already like way too long for like we're gonna have to break it down in part 1 and part 2. Maybe we even just fucking cut it because I mean again we haven't talked about fantasy shit for a while now.
Well, we're still kind of talking about fantasy shit and some.
Yeah, I mean trades. Bronson wants to hang out.
Yeah, let's just turn this into a hangout. We'll cut.
Should we just go hour 3 and live and invite everybody and just
pre-party?
And again, I don't know. Fuck it. I'm staying up. We're gonna draft in a few hours.
Works for me. All right.
All right. Let's wrap this podcast up and then go by the website, fantasysportsaddicts.com. We'll make another hangout.
And everybody will jump in. We got 7 people here. If you want into that hangout, just come to the website, fantasysportsaddicts.com. And we got to shut it down, of course, and hey, everybody else who joined in yesterday, they added a lot to the fantasy sports program.
No, honestly, like
that was cool as fuck, dude.
Cool. That was cool. And like, I went back and listened to it. And honestly, the shit where like I was out thinking I was talking to myself or some shit. And we had everybody hanging out and talking. Like, I thought that was actually the best part of the podcast when I went back and listened to it.
In a lot of ways, yeah, it was. It was great. So, all right. Let's wrap it up. The Serenity Prayer. Fantasy God.
Fantasy gods.
Please grant me the serenity. Set my ideal lineup. Courage to add drop.
Aggressively.
The wisdom.
As always.
To make good trades. Oh, and draft well. Speaking of drafting, we got the draft coming up at the end of the day, or at the start of the NBA draft.
All right, so this hangout, let's try to talk a little more football because I still don't know what I'm doing.
All right, so are we just gonna like broadcast the hangout, or are we just doing a hangout? Like,
let's broadcast it.
Okay. Hey, if you want to be part of our hangouts,
this is a FSAA meeting.
Okay.
Right, like we did our podcast, but this is just the meeting. I mean, fuck it. We got people here. We're drafting later. Like, fuck it. I'm staying up.
FantasySportsAddicts.com if you want to join in. You can always hit us up on Twitter at letter F, letter S, the word double, letter A, at FSAA. We'll see you next week. Woohoo!
Ow!